Shapeshifters have captured the imagination of audiences in a wide variety of media forms for thousands of years. Ever since Homer's Odyssey, and perhaps before, humans have used shapeshifters as plot devices to get a certain point across. Sometimes these shapeshifters are evil, sometimes good, sometimes strong, sometimes weak, sometimes male, sometimes female. However, ever since Homer's time, a trend has begun to become more and more prevalent in portrayals of shapeshifters. Their connection with the portrayal of gender. No matter which gender it is, tales of shapeshifters have a tendency to draw upon a sensitivity in matters of gender.
Since times even before Biscuit was written, shapeshifters have been embroiled in conflicts involving gender, and all too often, they provide dangerous oversimplifications. We've developed a thesis that popular media and stories going back through history sensationalize gender through the stories of shapeshifters in order to avoid confronting the complicated and sometimes uncomfortable reality of gender itself. We also believe that the stories of shapeshifters are some of the most raw and uncut expressions of strongly gendered characters because these stories are based so strongly around fear and mistrust. The next clip is an example of one of these media representations.
What is that sound? Sinbad. Sirens. Sinbad. Sinbad! Jin? Lee?
Come and get it, ladies.
Kale?
Come with me, and we'll speak of love.
Who's bad? Sinbad.
Ugh, men.
I feel that female shapeshifters are portrayed in pop culture with more traits to their gender, and I believe that this is to serve a purpose to the plot line or to draw a certain audience in. So whether or not the character is sexualized or not, it's to draw in a certain audience or to serve a certain purpose in the plot line. However, as I did get older, my peers and myself to a certain extent did begin to notice that there was a certain trend of overplaying certain, female parts to serve a purpose in a movie. But again, it was never something that I was upset about. I do firmly believe that often these are used as plot developments or to, attract a certain audience.
Kate feels that although the oversimplification of both male and female genders in Sinbad and other popular media might not come from malicious intent, it does come from the desire to attract a certain audience or serve a plot point. But if popular society was comfortable with the idea of many complexity of gender, it wouldn't have to use a harmful oversimplification to serve its market goals. But the story of the Sirens is definitely not the only story that has oversimplified the idea of gender to serve its own goals. Many others, including Journey to the West from the Chinese tradition, has done so as well.
Tony's cousin Chris is a 13-year-old student in Shanghai. Journey to the West is one of his favorite stories, and he's watched the cartoon version and the TV show version as well. The following clip is an interview asking him about his idea about shapeshifters of different genders within the story.
Hello, Chris. Have you ever watched Journey to the West?
Yes, I have.
Have you noticed the difference between male monsters and female monsters?
The male monsters are all good at kung fu, while the female ones are more tricky.
Mhm. And are you afraid of male monsters or female monsters?
I'm more afraid of male monsters because they are too cruel.
Ah. Um, do you think Monkey King is a hero?
Yes, I think so.
Then are you willing to be someone like Monkey King?
Yes, because uh, I must turn it into a monkey. I have power to turn me into a cool man. I can go anywhere without taking any transportation, and I can live forever.
Thank you.
Hobbit is the story of Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit from the Shire, and his adventure in reclaiming the Lonely Mountain and the treasure within, with Thorin Oakenshield and his band of dwarves. Bjorn is one character from The Hobbit. He is a masculine man that can change his appearance into a giant bear.
Over the centuries, shapeshifters have taken a lot of different forms. We've noticed a trend in the stories that tell their tales. Because so many stories about shapeshifters are filled with undertones of doubt, fear, and mistrust, the difficult question of gender often comes up. These stories use traditional gender norms and expectations to return to a sense of familiarity and even safety. But at the same time, they oversimplify gender to a dangerous degree. So much so that they've come to influence how some cultures view gender even itself.